Okay, we are now ready to start forming this. After all that, take that check seams off so I don't see the seams anymore, even though those seams didn't get updated there. And I'm going to take and clear out this texture so it doesn't export with it anytime I save. Now, for the video, what I'm going to do is turn this on transparent. And you can see that since these are out of order, that it becomes ugly. So what I'm going to do is clone this, append it back here, and delete this one. Now, when I turn it to transparency, it should be a little bit better. Oh, this one on transparency too. Okay, that one should not be transparent. This one, T on the keyboard. Oh, yeah, the ghost mode thing. Yep. Here under draw, turn off ghost. Okay, so for the video, I would say, I'm going to be in polyframe a lot for this. So I'm going to pick out a polyframe color that's not so annoying to look at. And that's going to be how convenient. Okay, so here I'm going to go and group split these. I don't need them in groups anymore. And also I'm going to play around with the whole transparency thing. Notice if I do this, I can now see this bone. Okay. And really, I'm just worried about profile here. So there's that. And the polyframe color, I'm going to rank this up so I can really see these lines. Those lines are going to help me a lot. So I'm going to do that for each one of these. Again, I think that carries on to the next. So, okay, that works out for me. All right, so now the general shape of things. Well, that is this tool. The Move Elastic tool will allow me to kind of get in here and do my thing. Now, don't forget one side of this is actually off, the other side is on. So I'm only going to line it up to one side of the reference, and I'm going to pick a side. In this case, I got this side picked out, my left-hand side. Okay, so here I see that all this needs to be moved back some. Now this tool does twitch quite badly, so just kind of know that it does twitch. All that's lined up. Huh. I'm going to go back to the old faithful move tool for this. Okay, and I'm just moving these in position were of change of form. So, and I'm also trying to keep them as reasonably straight as possible and as flowy as possible. So in other words, this one goes around nicely around the form. Okay, this one's a little jacked up, so I'm going to move that one back. And I can see that it flows nice right here. Just tightening up that form right there. Now I know at a later level that's going to help me out. Okay, I see that my symmetry's off just a little bit, and you can see it right here. If I take this transparency, turn it off, you'll see that one side is a little up and one side's a little down. Well, this should have some amazing symmetry points. So in here, I'm also going to fix those right off the bat at this level, this beginning level. Going to deformation, hit Smart Resim. Okay, so I hit Resim, then Smart Resim. Anything that got kind of hosed, just go in here with a really small brush and kind of make these as flowy as possible. And now everything should match up. Very important that you fix symmetry points at this stage rather than wait till you have a whole bunch of detail in there. Okay. A lot of this stuff I'm just nitpicking because really all I do is have to kind of divide it once and then hit smooth and it'll fix all this. So you can see now it flows rather well. And here's what I'm going to do for you. This transparency you're going to be toggling all the time. So Control Alt, click on it and hit it and assign T on the keyboard as transparency. So anytime I want to go back into transparency mode, I can very quickly. Good. I could push back this form using the standard brush, which always seems to be moving around for me. So I will subtract in this area and update my wireframe. Do that by clicking on it once and then go back in it. And what I'm doing is just pushing these points back. I got a really small brush. I'm pushing these back. And since that has a nice edge loop in that area, it should support that change very well. Just got to be careful on how far I push it back. And I'm going to smooth this stuff out right here. And smooth only does so much. So you got to kind of rely on, you know, backing it down, going in here and smoothing that, and then going back into it. So the whole reason it looked bad is because, you know, I was trying to get this point right here, but I was getting it in a way that just wasn't making sense. So rather than try to use reference, I'm just going to kind of move that up to match that. There we go. That looks a lot better. Okay, in the next video we'll do the jaw.